Hi guys, Karen here, and today I'll be using the Le Creuset Essential Oven, the 3.5 quart, to make our spinach tomato Mezzo Rigatoni creamy pasta sauce. Well, creamy sauce with Mezzo Rigatoni with creamy sauce. Okay, so that was a mouthful. So once again, the Le Creuset 3.5 Essential Oven. So for this recipe, you'll need spinach. And today, this is spinach from our garden. Yay! I can finally say that. Tomatoes from the farmer's market, so no. And so are the onions. And the garlic as well. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so you'll need spinach and a fresh tomato, an onion, a large onion. I'm going to use 4 cloves of garlic. And here, also from our garden, yay, parsley. I have some parsley here, some basil. I have oregano, and I have lemon thyme. You'll also need, well, the other thing I also have here is the, you can see which this is it's an Italian spaghetti mix of seasoning. So it has dried chili peppers, parsley, garlic, dried tomatoes, and salt. So I'll be using likely 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons of this today. And I have a poblano pepper because I like a little bit of heat. And right now these peppers aren't super spicy. They're just nice and warm. So I like that. You'll need cream cheese. You can get the vegan cream cheese as well. The Mezzo Rigatoni noodles. I'm using them. They're from Delverde. Sorry. Read that too fast. I know I'm saying that incorrectly. But I really love this brand of pasta. It's delicious and it cooks exactly by the time of the directions. So pretty easy with that. So this pasta takes 10.5 minutes. You're going to need salt, and I have 2 teaspoons of sugar here for the sauce, but I'm going to salt to taste. So that could be 2 teaspoons of salt, but you salt it as you see fit. And I'm also going to use some ground pepper, which I forgot to put over here. This is the tomato sauce that I'll be using as well. So let's get started. I'm going to start by getting the pasta cooked in the stock pot. And I'm going to clean the spinach because I just got it out of the garden, as well as going to clean the herbs as well because they just came out of the garden. So let's get into it. Okay, so now I have all of the vegetables chopped. This is the combination of all of the herbs. So that was basil, parsley, lemon thyme, and oregano. And here's that bunch of spinach. It always looks, it's always interesting. It shrinks. It just, So anyway, you don't need a whole lot of spinach. So and it's going to cook down even smaller than that. Here I added that Italian seasoning spice thing I showed you before, along with 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of sugar there. And so I'm going to get started with the onions, bell pepper, and the garlic and herbs first. Okay, so now I'm going to saute the onions, bell peppers, all of the herbs, and I'm forgetting something, garlic, and yeah, I think that's it right now. So we're going to cook this all down, and I'm going to add, I'll just go ahead and add the seasonings, all the other spices now. So this is the sugar, the Italian seasonings, and a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to let this really reduce down before adding the tomatoes and the spinach. Probably about 3 or 4, I would say about 3 minutes. And what I forgot to mention was, if you do dairy, you might want to add some Parmesan cheese as well to your sauce. Yeah. So I'm going to add this as well, along with the cream cheese there. So if you are non-dairy, you can have alternatives. They have alternative Parmesan cheese. And then they have an alternative cream cheese as well if you want to, or you can just leave it out. You don't need it at all. And that's what I'm going to do for my husband's. I'm just going to leave these out completely. So now after 3 minutes, I've added the tomatoes, and now I will also add the spinach. I'm going to give this a quick stir. Now I'm going to just let it reduce down before adding anything else. I'm going to turn the temperature down and just let this reduce a little bit. So now it's cooked down. Once again, this is a 3.5 quart. So you have plenty of space in here. So I'm going to now add the spaghetti sauce. And before I add anything else, I'm going to taste it to make sure that it's seasoned well, because there's nothing worse than unseasoned food. To me, I mean, yeah. So this needs a pinch more salt. That should do it. And now I'm going to add the cream cheese and Parmesan. So I'm probably going to add 1/4 cup of Parmesan, and I'm just going to put the cream cheese in. So you want to mix all of this in nice and slow, and then, or however you like, and then go ahead and add your noodles. And then what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to put this in the oven for probably about 25 minutes. And bake it. So this is what it looks like once it's all nice and mixed together. And now I'm going to add the noodles, a little bit at a time. I'm going to mix this all together and prepare this to go in the oven. So I'm going to add this. You can serve it from here. You don't have to add anything from here. It's completely done. But I'm going to add a little bit of this Trader Joe's Quattro Formaggio blend to it and put it in the oven for 20 minutes. But it is done right here. That's all you have to do. But I'm going to add a bit of cheese on top. And I'm going to place that in the oven for 20 minutes. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like when it's all done. As I said before, this step you don't have to do. It's clouding the camera, sorry. You don't have to do it if you know, that was enough cheese and stuff for you before, but I just did it, yeah, because, yeah, so I like it this way. So anyway, this is the final product, and yeah. Oh, by the way, so at the end, I use 2.5 teaspoons of salt for the amount that I was cooking. And I prefer using the Le Creuset pots to do like baked ziti, the Mezzi Rigatoni, these types of dishes, because it's like a one-stop shop, you know, no baking dish or anything. And I have the towel underneath because this pot is really hot on the counter. So, but anyway, you know, it's like everybody finishes, I can put what's left in a takeaway dish and then clean out the pot. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, before closing, Madison has so kindly decided to taste test for us. Okay.
It's good.
Well, you waited 26 seconds to say that.
It's spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did you make it spicy?
I added
What cheese is
poblano.
on top?
Poblanos.
What cheese is on top?
It's a 4-cheese formaggio.
Oh, okay. I was
With their little
the
Parmesan in there, and there's some
the vegetables are good too. It's very creamy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, thank you, Madison. We'll see you guys in the next one.